Hello, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube. It's Crastic here, and today, such a been a while, I played a little bit of Geneforge 5. Excuse me. This is the easiest Geneforge for me to record, so that's why we were doing it. I have played the entire Geneforge series. Geneforge 3 was my all-time favorite. 4 was pretty good. 5 is pretty good. But yeah. So let's get into this. For you unfamiliar with the Geneforge 5 or 6 episodes now, 5 or 6 games I should say. These are all made by Spider-Web Software, a really old games company. They made a whole bunch of these. This is using one of their newer engines. The newer engines that the newer Vernums are built off of. So I prefer the older engines, but this one works fine for it. The newer Vernum games, I really don't care for them. Vernum 1 to 3, the old classic remakes of Exile 1 to 3, those were really good. I do enjoy playing in those. So we might see them on my channel at some point in the future, but for now, let's play a little bit of Geneforge 5. So there's a few different characters we can choose from. You can choose from being a warrior, an infiltrator, a servile, a life crafter, shock trooper, or a sorceress. We'll be playing as a warrior. Of course, it will go by the name Crastic. So, warriors, good in battle, bad at magic, great, or not great, but good at shaping. There's, if those are not familiar with the series, there's a few different skills in this. Battle, you know, pretty self-explanatory, weapons and projectiles and whatnot. Magic, you know, fireballs. Shaping is creation things. You create things. You create these little things that are on the screen here that you can kind of see some of them in the background there. But let us start. The Shapers have the power to create life. They can make plants and animals populate barren lands and intelligent, loyal serviles to do their menial work. And, if challenged, they can create armies of hideous monsters to devastate their foes. The Shapers rule the known lands, and their authority is absolute. There's one punishment for those who try to learn their secrets, and for any of their creations who try to disobey them: death. And so the rebellion began. There was an alliance of humans tired of Shaper rule and of intelligent creations who wanted to be free. They rose up, stole some of their master's power for themselves, and attacked. The Shapers were caught by surprise. Much of the eastern half of Terrestia was lost. Many of the Shapers and those loyal to them were slain. Proud cities were razed to the ground. Devastating attempts to put down the rebellion failed. Now the Shapers and the rebellion are in a gruesome standoff. Each side uses powers of the Shapers to create generations of new brutal monsters and sends them to attack the other. The result has been devastation. The war has ravaged more and more lands. The rebel army, commanded by the mighty Dracons, have brought fire and fang to ever more unprepared Shaper lands that could... Oh. I can't read, apparently. Lands that thought the destruction could never reach them. All attempts to end the war have failed. The Dracons are too powerful to be defeated and too consumed by the hatred of Shapers to accept peace. Or so you've heard. In this, the 10th long year of the rebellion, you are barely aware that a war is going on. Menial labor is all you've been doing for as long as you remember, which isn't long. You're a worker in the Foundry, a Shaper research facility for the care, analysis, and, if needed, destruction of creations. You are one of the laborers who cares for these magic-born creatures. You feed the creatures, clean up after them. You feed the creatures and clean after them. The Shapers in command soon realized that this was all you were capable of. Your mind was too clouded to process more involved instructions. So the years passed, the war crept closer and closer to this icy mountain refuge. Until today, you woke up and things are different. When you opened your eyes, you found that your mind was not clear, but more alert. The fog that kept you from understanding where you were and what you were doing had cleared up a tiny bit. Excuse me. You rolled out of bed and found that your cramped, dirty barracks was empty. Only you remained. You heard a sound outside. At first you didn't recognize it. Was it the serviles hard at work? The growls of hungry creations waiting for to be fed? Then you realized it was something. It was screaming. So, this is Geneforge. It's looks a little old, and it's because it is. So we have our character here. We have all our statistics and everything. So as I mentioned before, there are 3 different things you can go into. Combat, magic, shaping. I'll be sticking some points in combat, more into shaping because I find that a lot more interesting. I like having this being more powerful than this, but I like the way this character looks, so that's why I choose him rather than one who's strong at shaping and mediocre at combat. So I'll go more into these later with the different types of shaping. I won't be putting too many points away into anything much for now. Do that and get our skills up a little bit. This is a very text-heavy game. As you stumble through the barracks, your head clears a tiny bit. Looks like you've been living cramped in here with a dozen serviles, the short, humble servant race of the Shapers. It's peculiar. Why would a human be left to live in squalor with them? Also, your clothes are unusual. They seem like the outfit of someone in authority, perhaps a soldier or a shaper. They are ill-fitting and torn, though, and in need of a wash. The sounds of chaos and panic coming from the outside are showing no signs of ending. You start to look around for someone you can use to defend yourself. I won't be reading all of them. So basically, there's rooms here. You can go pick up stuff. That's actually not useful, although there's something over there. Go up here. Yeah, we'll equip all this. It's a little bit of a start of equipment. This is Meccan. She is a servile. They have this long proboscis kind of thing that they communicate out of. They look entirely like very short humans almost, but they're very strong, and some of them are intelligent. So all creations have gone rogue, and this is the tutorial area, but all the creations around here have gone rogue, and we need to get through here without dying. So let us go through this. So all the creations have gone rogue. Why? We haven't spoken in a long time. So how do we pacify them? Shows up attacker, we shout at them, jab at them. If they stay rogue, we kill them. That's what the Shapers say, rogues die, so hurry. We stop monsters before more serviles die. Let's go. Walk out of the barracks into the snow and wind. Meccan holds up her hands and says, "Stop." You get the feeling that she has been ordering you around for a long time. You wish you could remember. Something is coming. The calming pylon is smashed. Be ready. What should I do? Meccan looks over at you, and noting that you are still speaking. Rogues everywhere. All creations going crazy. We fight, or they eat us. Listen. And a bunch of serviles come towards us. And it's bugs. Lots of bugs. So we'll enter combat. All we can do right now is just their default attacks. We run up and choke them. preferably with none of the other serviles dying. Mechan is pretty tanky. She can handle herself. So that's it. Guess we can pick up some of these crystals and this animal skin. Put those down here. There's more. Good. And we leveled up. Just punched the microphone, that's fine. Megan wipes off her blade in sighs. Not hard, bugs are pests, not good. Best dead. She looks at the panicked serviles, still trying to calm down. Most serviles are terrified of rogue creations. We save all. Good. I am glad. You save some bonus experience, blah 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 blah, since you saved all of them. Alright, we'll follow her quietly. There's not much point to doing the conversation bits. Just really isn't much use to doing them. In this area, at least. There's one little significant piece, but it's not too important. Just real quick, let's save the game. For the test file, let's stop punching the microphone, move it up a little bit, hopefully stop punching it. Okay. Alright, so we did level up. I'm gonna save this right now. You can see these are all the various skills and magics that we can do. I think I will be going mostly into fire shaping so we can make our own dragons. Fire shaping is it's the middle ground for these two. The magic shaping ones, they are really powerful, but they're really weak. Battle shapings are really powerful magic, really weak bodies, like almost like a jellyfish. Battle shapings are, you know, toughened giants who can pack quite a punch. Fire shaping's a little bit in between. They get, if something gets up close, they can attack it with their claws or whatever, or they can breathe fire from a good distance. I need to figure out which one is my favorite. I think we saw it on the title screen. It was the big dinosaur-looking thing. Those are my favorite to make. Quite powerful and whatnot. So, I think we're good for now. There's a pup there. She holds her hand out to stop you. She points at the entrance to the building to the north. I was afraid of that. Thrasher is loose. Who's Thrasher? You try to speak, but the words don't come out. You're doubled over by a wave of nausea. It soon ends, followed by something worse. Burning sensation spreads over your entire body. It's not just heat, it's rage. Something has triggered a consuming fury within you, and there is pain. A lot of it. But it's a distant thing. You also feel power. Great power. Trying to find a way to break free. You hold up your hand and it's glowing. A little wisp of flame dance around it. Little wisp of flame dance around it. You turn to look at Megan. She watches you without expression. She doesn't seem surprised though. So they gasp out your words. She says calmly, this could be useful. Thrasher is terrified of fire. Direct some at it. It might calm the beast. There's Thrasher. This is one of the battle creations. Let's get a fireball on it, because that supposedly calms it. I missed. Oops. There we go. Bolt of flame strikes a huge creature, singeing it and filling it clear with a foul stench of burning fur. That's what they're called. They're called alphas. The alpha shrieks and cowers from you. It's terrified of fire. Yeah. Battle Alpha. Yep, the Battle Alpha is what it's called. Let's go up here and explore this a little bit. Oops. This is basically saying this is a healing pool. You can stand near it and get healed. And it's a little bit of equipment in here. You can look in things like barrels. You can find stuff. You can have people texting you. Pictures of people sending you raccoons. Pictures of people sending you pictures of raccoons. I can't talk today. Alright, so there is a long icy ravine stretching to the south. The settlement of Menala is down there. That's probably where you should be going. The way is not clear, though. You can see small, scaly figures roaming in the mist. Beckon stops you. She's looking at you strangely. I see it. In your face. You're having another attack. Be calm. Do not fight it. She's right. She realized before you did. Burning feeling is returning again. Why is this happening to me? I don't know. I do not know who you are or where you are from. I want to help you control it so you don't hurt anyone. She's talking in more coherent sentences. What's going on? Ignores you. Just focus on yourself, she says. Glowing tendrils of light, events is dim. Glowing tendrils of light and of essence, dim and insubstantial, have emerged from your hands. They twitch aimlessly, waiting for you to direct them. Somehow you know what to do. It's automatic, like walking or breathing. You forgot, but your body remembered. You know how to shape this essence into something alive. And let's make a flora. Or I always call them floras. I don't know why. When I was younger, I thought this game was called Geneforge. And fioras were floras, and I can't talk, apparently. I can't. My younger brain couldn't comprehend them. Couldn't comprehend the names of things, apparently. Alright, so this is the creation screen. Starts at the base level. How much essence we have and the base essence cost. You need to have at least 2 intelligence into a creation in order for you to be able to command it. Anything less than that, it does whatever the hell it wants to. Intelligence also affects the damage amount of, like, its fire breathing, all that fun stuff. Strength, how hard it hits. Dexterity, chance to dodge, and chance to hit. Intelligence I already went over. Endurance, health, and I think it's just health in this game. So we're actually just gonna, for the time being, gonna put a bump into that, a bump into that, and a bump into that. Now we're gonna use all our essence. Now there's a difference between health, magic, and essence. Health, pretty self-explanatory. You lose all your health, you die. Magic, self-explanatory. It's magic. Essence, you use it for creations. You don't get that back. You don't get that back until the creature is dead, and yeah. You can restore some of it. You can consume your creatures, but you won't get all of it back. You need to stand by like one of these healing pools, except more meant for a except it's an essence pool. Alright, so let's continue. Research warrants is blocked. I can't go in there, but there's some equipment in here. So this is called a living tool. Use to pick locks, work on machinery, higher mechanic skills, you'll need fewer of them. Actually a living organism, like little tentacles. So, if you folks noticed at the start of this Let's Play, I put some points into mechanics. So I don't have to use a living tool. Because otherwise you would need one for that door. Speed pod, another healing thing, another dagger, which doesn't sell for much, so I'm not going to pick it up. That's about it that's in here. Oh, there's a belt. Okay, let's change our formation up. Actually, no, that's right. I can look at the Fiora you've created. It's twitchy and twisted, sickly little thing. Skin is covered with cracks, thin red fluid oozes and narrow rivulets down its sides. Beckon looks ill. It was a clumsy effort, but you were out of practice. You know what you can do, or you know that you can do better. She says it's not a surprise. You expected this? We knew you were unusual. We know that the Shaper Rawal kept you here for a reason. We knew from looking at you that you were different, that you'd been touched by the arts of the Shapers. Touched by the... what? She shakes her head. Rogues are coming closer. We will talk later. Be ready. So... there's a Fiora in here. Fiora standing by this chain. But this isn't held in place. It must have been trained to wait by post and not been asking to kill something when not being asked to kill something. Its head waves unsteadily from side to side as its eyes are unfocused. Beckon looks at it with a practiced eye. Not rogue, will be soon. Might not need to kill. See if you can calm it. You'll try our best to calm it. Reach your hands out, tentatively at first, then with some more confidence. You run your hand down its scaly neck. The creature looks at you, its eyes focus again. Something about you that responds to something that gives you authority over this creation. You are able to calm it down. It's not in danger of going rogue immediately. Well, that's, of course, whatever caused all the creations to go crazy in the first place returns. You're able to calm it because our leadership was high enough. We will leave it alone. There's a nest here. You can look in it, and there's meat, food, all that fun stuff. Eat that. Anything has a little star next to it we can use. I think those use the F keys, the function keys, and I can't actually use them because it controls my recording stuff. Oh, but we can use it, okay. We can use it like that, so I'll have to change my buttons around and whatnot. Okay, so let's sneaky beaky. Creatures in the mist have sensed you. They start slithering towards the fresh prey. Worms. Don't know why the Shapers kept them. Best squish them. No loss. Okay, so since we're at a distance, we will try to use our fireball. Even though we are not too terribly good at magic. So we can control our Fiora. They have action points of 8. Need a certain amount to attack. I don't think you need a certain amount to attack, but that's like how far you can move. Each tile is, you know, a tile. No. You can do that. Kind of wish there was a confirm for movement on certain things, because I will be making that mistake a lot. So like I was saying, they can do melee attacks, fire creations, they can do melee attacks decently, they can do fire attacks decently, like that. Stab that, gonna get a level up. And it died. That's a shame. Well, we can go back up here. There's something beaten here. There's a sickly Artilla. It's a snake-like creature, spews out magic. And there's nothing of important there. We will be getting some boots a little bit later, so it's not... Can... You got in the way. It's your fault. That's your fault. There's Servile in here, looks like. Ooh. It's got pants, though. Beckon freezes. She sees a dead Servile on the ground at the back of the cell. Looks like the worm swarmed him. Body's already covered in thin dusting of snow. You don't recognize him. He must have worked at a different part of the Foundry. Beckon leans against a stone wall and chokes back a sob. Did you know him? She just stares at the dead body. You stand silently next to her for several minutes, watching for rogues. You start to get nervous and cold. Very, very cold. Then when you start to wonder if you should have continued along, or can you continue it alone, Beckon remembers what is happening. She turns away from the body. No matter, it's just a dead servile. None will care. Come, we go to Milana. Minala, that's how you pronounce it. Alright, so something fun here we can do. We can go in here. And we can poke this. We can use the living tool in this. So, there's something very important we're going to do here. I'll pick up this living tool. We are not going to use it. Living tools are very rare. They're very hard to come by. And see this we'll go see this healing pool because refills my essence as well. They're very rare and they suck to find. They really, that doesn't do essence. Shoot. Anyway, so living tools very rare, whatnot. Save them. Save as many as you can because you don't know when you're gonna need them again. See if I can get this one. Or not. Okay. So, we don't have any essence because we suck. Only 3 out of 20 at some of create anything. We're going leadership. Yeah. A bit more of the Foundry, some metal bars and whatnot that we can nick. Some broken swords and whatnot. None of it's of use. Oh boy, more bugs. Just say modified beetles. What enemy? Oh. Nothing of real use in here. Except some lovely crystals. Gloves and whatnot. Okay, so this is the fun part. Start to hear a soft rattling sound coming from all around you. You realize that it's coming from sealed vats. Shapers often put fresh, delicate creatures in vats like these where they can spend their first few days growing and nourishing solution. Something in that vats, or something is in the vats. It's trying to get you. Worse, it's succeeding. It's alive. See, I hope I can. Oh, I thought I got more experience if I killed them myself. Apparently not. I get experience regardless. Okay, they're dead. More healing pots. This picture is from a different game that they did, and it's useful in a different game. There's some shaper equipment here. We can take that, and that'll be a bit of a boon. I'll have to see if that's the correct phrasing for that. So there's a roamer out here. Save. See, we could have turned on this pylon over here, and that would have given us, would have turned this on to pacify him. Now, yeah, you can see a large roamer in the middle of the clearing to the east. It's facing away from you. Stay close to the west wall, you should be able to evade its notice. Yeah, no. I'm killing it. Oh, no. Poke it. These things hit hard. So you can kill it before it can kill us. Nice. Just another one of those. This is where all the other bugs came from. As you walk along this ravine, you start to sense something. presence, an itch in the back of your mind. There's something not far ahead, something powerful. You wonder if it's the cause of all these disruptions. As you ready yourself, Mekan stops you. Wait, we're almost to Minala. Before we are there, there's something I must say. She's dropped all pretense of speaking like an ordinary servile. What is it? I still don't know how to pronounce that. Shaper Rawal is the lord of this foundry. A full member of the Shaper Council. He dumped you back there with the loyal serviles over 2 years ago. He said you were to be kept safe and dumb. Sometimes he said someone to check on you. You were always safe, always dumb. Nothing changed. You were left. We thought it was odd. We have been watching for the change too. It's happened. Well, what are you talking about? Do you know who I am, or who we thought I was? Shaper confiding in a servile? Never. What else do you have to say? You have power. Rawal will want it. The Shapers are desperate and terrified. They will offer all who can help them with money and power and influence. Rawal will offer these things. Don't let greed take you. Remember there are other paths. It'll be hard. He controls you. How? You will know soon. It is one thing I know about Rawal and his ways. Mekan reaches out and taps you on the center of your chest. It feels strange there. Numb. You need to take a closer look when you get out of the cold. There's not time to say more. Now we need to go. Get to Milan. Minala. Safety and worth. What do you say? She watches you carefully. This is an important part. You can increase various faction, reputation, certain conversation blocks. I don't like the Shapers. The Shapers are cool, but you know, they're rebels. You can, in some cases, you have the option not to do anything. Nobody will get in favor with you. But in this case, I do not like what I've seen of the Shapers. She nods in approval. And reputation with the rebels is improved. Alright, so... just to the south, you see the final claim for the settlement of Minala. This is where the Foundry begins. It brings irritable or disobedient creations, so you contain them. You see something hovering in the middle of the clearing, even through the snow. Its shape is unmistakable. It's a distinctive shape of a Vlish. Mekan mutters, that one just got here. Hadn't tamed it yet. Rogue, I'm sure, and it's been busy. Yeah, they got a lot of mental power. They can control less intelligent creations. Let's save. And let us go. I don't have enough to do that. This is gonna be a pain without the Fiora. I'm pretty sure there's no essence pool around here, which sucks ass. Alright, let's go. There it is. Spaghetti monster or something. I don't know. They look weird. That mech can get in there, so they take more of the damage. I'm so nice, aren't I? The end of every other round, it controls another creature. You just gotta take it down. We're doing it. Tank that damage. Halfway there. Suddenly the air is with a deafening roar. Suddenly the air is split with a deafening roar. You spin around looking for a new enemy. The cacophony resolves into a single voice amplified by considerable magical power. Enough of this chaos. Step forward and present yourself so that this minor scuffle can be resolved. Feel a sharp, deep pain in your chest. When you recover, you find you're walking forward. Oh, there's a servile up there. You stop moving in the center of the clearing and face south. You notice that the Valish has stopped fighting you. It is Chu facing the gateway to Menala. As the sun door slightly opens, a lone figure walks through, unaffected by the cold. Hey, buddy. Neat. The Shaper then turns to the Servile. You are Mekon? Mikey? No matter. Proceed to Menala and rest, and report for your next orders. There's still an extensive mess that needs to be cleaned. Go. Mekon gives you a final look. In the presence of the Shaper, she keeps her expression completely neutral. Then, without a word, she walks into Menala. Shaper doesn't even look at her as she goes. He's watching you. Hey, buddy. It's him. It's Rawal. He knows who I am. But unfortunately, our mind is a little too muddled right now with a little too clouded with other things. So, yeah. Yeah. So this is kind of important. Just say I will follow you if I must if you intend to be with the rebels. Because he can kill you. He'll straight up kill you. Not necessarily through the, through that option, but he kind of commands you to, and you kind of are forced to, due to the thing that's in your chest. Spoilers. And there's the boots I was talking about earlier. And some more equipment, another living tool. Very important to get those. Some things called thorns. And more javelins. So these thorns are used by, what are they called? Batons, which are these little, they literally look like a big dick with a big purple head on it. They're used by those, and they fire out of the baton, or the thorns are used by batons, and yeah, fun. Okay, so we're gonna head into Menala in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.